Okay, so first up we have Latrice, and she is a hair entrepreneur. I cannot pronounce entrepreneur for the life of me. But she is a hair entrepreneur, and one of the things that she did was she actually put hair in vending machines. She realized that there was a big market for people wanting hair, especially hair accessibly. So she put it in vending machines, and they even showed a shot of the people waiting in line. And she said that her vending machines are actually in multiple malls. So that's really cool. She is married, and her husband is 20 years her senior, and she calls him daddy, which, to each their own on that part. Okay, so Letitia is a wife, mother, and she is a CEO of a brunch organization. It's like a women's empowerment networking organization. And I think that's really cool. And one of the things that she really pushed during this episode was that she wanted to buy back a block. And that is what we kind of see why she is really having these networks and brunches, is because she's really trying to get women to kind of join her in buying back the block, which I think is really great. Kind of right out the gate, she mentions that there was infidelity in her marriage. And then she also mentioned that she names her boobs. I don't remember what their names are, but I thought that that was very TMI, at least for me. Okay, so Marie is an owner of a mental health facility, and I definitely think that this is great, especially for the African American community, because sometimes there can be a stigma on mental health. So I love that she is an owner of a mental health facility. She also mentioned that this is like the second place that she has bought. They were at a small location, and then they graduated to where they are now. And then she actually plans to buy a larger place and add more programs. And I just thought that that was so beautiful and so very important. And she also mentioned that she had grandkids, and I was shocked beyond belief because I couldn't believe it. So this is Tambra. She wasn't featured too much on this episode. It was just like kind of a mini clip about her. But she is a radio personality. And in the clip, you see her interviewing who I believe was the mayor of Jacksonville. And I thought that that was really neat. It seems like, she does a lot for her community in the terms of getting information out there that is very important. So that was pretty cool. And I look forward to learning more about Tambra. And lastly, we have Antoinette, and she is a dentist. And one thing that she kind of stressed was that representation matters, and that is so true. I know for me, when I wanted a dermatologist, I definitely sought out someone who was Black. I really wanted a Black doctor, and even in dentistry, representation matters. She also mentioned that she was divorced, newly divorced, I believe, and she also mentioned that she's building her own dentistry practice, and I think that that was really cool. But she did say it was going to cost like $500,000, and $500,000. But more power to her, doing it on her own, forming her own path. Good for her. Okay, so we kind of knew that something was going to go down at this brunch because we saw Antoinette and Latrice going to like test drive a Porsche for Antoinette, and they were kind of talking bad about the brunch. So I knew something was going to go down. And then we see that I believe it was Marie bought some hair, allegedly, from Latrice's shop, and it was bad. It was not good. But her story didn't quite make sense. She said she purchased the hair, then she went to a gentleman to have it made into a wig. And then she says, this doesn't look like the hair that I purchased. So my whole thing was, what if it was the man? What if the man that made the wig switched out the goddess lengths and then put in like some other type of hair? I mean, I don't know if that's possible because I've never had a wig made or seen a wig made. But yeah, her whole story about what happened didn't really make sense. And then for her to bring up this argument in the middle of the brunch, in front of everyone and in front of strangers, that to me was not right at all. Like, take her to the side, talk to her that way. When people confront people in front of people, it just starts this like gang up on each other mentality. So I just really wish that would have been handled differently. Yeah. Okay, my final thoughts about this episode. I thought it was good. I'm glad that we got to kind of meet the women and kind of see what they're about. I thought it was really good up until about the last 10 minutes when the whole hair debacle started. I don't know. I know it's for TV, it's reality, there's going to be drama, but can we get through one episode without there being drama? That was my only thing. Like, first episode, we already see a division of people and that people are picking sides and lines are drawn. That part I didn't wish for, but I'm very excited to see what's going on, and what happens the rest of the season. The preview for the season this clip for the season looked really good, so I'm really excited about this show.